Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the Fiero again, and we are on the front of it, actually. I'm joined here with my dog, Captain, and we're gonna get some work done. So last fall I got pulled over and I actually got a ticket, not for speeding or anything, but for no front license plate. It's a law here in New York where I have to have a front license plate for a motor vehicle. But I don't want to have the front mount that is in the center. It's just not my style, and I don't really like how the front license plate looks on the Fiero. So I went out and picked up one of these. This is the Show and Go retractable license plate mount. This is made for a C5 Corvette, but I'm pretty sure I can make it work because this is basically a Corvette, right? Show and Go license plate, basically what it is just a license plate bracket, and it has the ability to slide, and it can open up. So there's a spring inside of this, and you can pull on it. Once it's mounted, it's a lot easier, I guess, but you pull on it, and once it gets to a certain point, it pops up. So then you have your license plate showing, and then when you don't want it to, fold it down, and then you slide it back in, just like that. They also have a motorized one. I actually got that one for Christmas, and when I opened it up, it was already broken. And after some fiddling with it, my dad and I actually got it working, but it was over $100, so we sent it back, expecting a new one that would work fine. But after reading a bunch of the reviews and having there be 0 positive reviews on it, I opted to get the manual one, which was only, I think, $30, so $70 cheaper. I think that's pretty good. And this one has a lot of positive reviews, and it is the same exact mount. The only difference is that the motorized one has an additional piece that has some cable that runs back and forth that actuates the movement on the license plate. But I'm gonna do the $30 one because I'm cheap, but so if you have the motorized one, that will probably work as well. You'll have to do your wiring to get the motor to work, but that's on you. So my plan is to mount it and have it attached somewhere right here. So it will be attached to my front lip, so it won't be drilling into my bumper at all, and it will not be covering up the turn signal. Not that it's tall enough anyway. See, it is just below it, so that is good. For mounting it, I think I'm going to use a similar style to my front lip. I'm going to use a nut and bolt and a big washer on each side to kind of sandwich it and give it good support. I'm going to do that. These already have some mounting points on it. I think I might have to drill up where that Sharpie mark is just so I don't overhang off onto the bumper. But I don't think it should be too hard. I'm gonna go and get some hardware. They give you some hardware in the kit, but for my application, I'm not gonna be using any of it. So I'm going to get my own hardware and make my marks, and we'll see where I am at that point. So I have the car on blocks, and I'm about to start drilling into my front lip to mount this front license plate. So what I did for it is I drilled 2 holes right here for where my mounts are gonna go. I drilled them to the side right here because this spring travels along here. I wanna make sure that my washers can clear that so they don't interfere at all. This is what my hardware is going to look like. I have a bolt in the bottom with the smaller washer, which is going to be going through this backside of that, and it's going to go up through, and I have a lock nut on the top with a larger washer, and that is what it's going to look like. And I'm also going to put some 3M tape on the back of this just to, you know, help me stick it up and just for some extra security. I don't really think I'm going to need it, but might as well. Underneath here, I have one pilot hole drilled, and I have the other one marked out right here. As you can see, I marked the lines of where the mount is going to sit. So it's going to sit right here. I have 3M tape on the back of this, and I have my holes drilled. I'm putting together the hardware, and I'm going to put that on. So I have to drill one pilot hole and then take the tape off and just get it mounted. All right, it is on, and it works fine. So it is all hidden away now. I can actually go a little farther. So now it's hidden away. You can barely even notice it's there. And then when you need to, pull it out, and there it is. You can see under here, my mounting is, I have the bolt with the washer on there, and there's a lock nut on the other side with a washer there. And for this one up here, I just use a self-tapper because if you look at it, it comes up and it comes to about here. So I don't really want to be able to see it, so I just use a self-tapper. It's not going anywhere. It's tight in there. I'm not worried about it falling off. I also have 3M tape on the other side of it, so that thing is on there. You can see it doesn't move that. It doesn't move at all, it moves the metal. The kit does also include instructions if you don't want to do it the same way that I did, and it also includes this metal brace in as well if you would like to reinforce it some more. I am not, because I'm happy with mine, but it also includes some other hardware that you could use, some other nuts and bolts, and it also includes some screws to actually use to fasten your license plate on. But I am happy with this. I think it is a pretty cool little thing to do. You can barely see it from the top, and then when you need to, you can have your front plate. I'll leave the link to the Show and Go license plate in my description below, so if you guys want to purchase this for yourself, I would recommend it. I think it's a pretty good investment if you have a Fiero. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. See you later, everybody.